Back in NFL primetime, and they went overtime in New York, which, you know, on a Sunday is about 5.5 times, I guess, for union wages. But Rich Kotite was hoping for a little bit of a better Meadowlands debut.
Yeah, some history between Kotite and the Colts quarterback. Back in 1991, when Jets coach Rich Kotite coached the Eagles, Philly took Craig Erickson out of Miami in the 5th round of the draft. Philly couldn't sign Erickson, so he went back into the draft and was picked by Tampa in 1992. Now, a Colt, Erickson got yanked in last week's loss to the Bengals, but Erickson got the start against Kotite and the Jets. Into the Meadowlands we go. Great ball game. Jets impressive on the first drive. Esiason stumbles, hands off to Richie Anderson. Anderson will scamper, however, for 11 yards. Same drive, Esiason, the screen pass to Ron, not Rob, of course, Moore. Moore here with the great moves, and all the way to the 8-yard line. 3rd and goal at the 5. Esiason to Charles Wilson, 5 yards, and a Jets touchdown. It's 7-0 at this point. Boomer the Jets. Impressive drive, 15 plays, 80 yards in 9:08. Colts first possession now. Erickson, pass is tipped, intercepted by Otis Smith. Looking to go back the other way, 49 yards. And the Jets go up, TJ, by the score of 14-0.
Yeah, Billy, this play caused by two things. First of all, Craig Erickson's pass a little bit off target, high and behind Marshall Faulk, and Gary Jones makes a nice hit.
So, Kotite and the Jets lead 17-3 at the half. Early 3rd quarter. Erickson yanked. Numbers looked okay. 12 out of 18, 141 yards, 1 interception. 4th quarter, though. Harbaugh, who let him back last week. Great scrambler. This time to Sean Dawkins. Touchdown. Colts within 7. Jets next possession. Esiason fumbles the snap. Dicey situation. Colts recover. Big play. Next Colts possession. Harbaugh can't find a receiver. He scrambles. So mobile. Picks up a big first down. Late hit by Evans. Another 15 yards. Next play, Harbaugh to Faulk. 14 yards. It's a touchdown. We're tied at 24. We go in overtime. Esiason. Wayne Krebit, the free agent from Hofstra. Earlier, a touchdown reception. Oh, he could have won the ball game. Jets don't score. In OT, Mike Kofer getting ready. Here's Harbaugh in the first OT possession. 23 yards on the pickup. Here we go. Kofer, 52 yards up for the win, and it is good. Yes, for the Colts. 27-24. Colts have won 10 of the last 13 between these two. Jets have lost 7 straight. 2 TD passes for Esiason, now 15th all-time in that category in the National Football League. Colts 8-4 at the Meadowlands against the Jets. Harbaugh, 11 of 16, 123 yards. Jacksonville and Cincinnati. First quarter, Bengals up 3-0. Jags driving. Steve Berline. Yanked last week, got to start again this week to Randy Jordan. Clip it, save it, cherish it, treasure it. The first touchdown in the history of the Jacksonville franchise. Randy Jordan, 71 yards in a TD, 7-3 Jags. Bad news, though, for Berline. McDonald crawls in on Berline, sacks him, grabbing the back of his right leg. Berline came out of the game. A sprained knee did not return. Bengals on the move. Jeff Blake to Eric Bieniemy. 13 yards on this play. Then Blake over the middle to Bieniemy. Once again, this play will cover 19 yards down to the 3-yard line. Then Blake to rookie tackle Melvin Tootin from Syracuse. Hey, welcome to the NFL. 10-7 Bengals. Blake says bang, bang, bang. TJ, what a play.
Yes, you watch this tackle eligible to Tootin. Look at the quickness with which Blake releases the ball. There's not a lot of distance right there for Tootin to make this catch before he's going to run out of room. He gives him a nice soft pass.
Kozlov says, you know, I can call those plays. 3rd quarter, Bengals first possession. Joel Semengi converted. Outside linebacker. Now playing defensive end. Strips Blake inside the 10. Jags ball. Jags appear to go ahead on Jordan's touchdown run. Hold everything. We got holding on the offense. Bring it back. Game ended up being tied at 10. 4th quarter, Bengals up 17-10. Blake gets Carl Pickens, a developing situation. 68 yards and a touchdown. Pickens has a touchdown now. 7 straight games. 24-10 Bengals. Hold everything. The Jags come back. Brunell in for Berline. Fakes, rolls into the end zone. Touchdown. It's a 7-point ball game. Jags won't quit. Less than 20 seconds to go. Could it be? Brunell in the shotgun. It will not be. No, it won't. Right there. Sack. Forget it. Coughlin oh so close. Bengals hold on to win by the final score of 24-17. 5 receptions, 102 yards for Pickens. quite a ball game. Blake, 20 of 30, 247 yards. Chris, the Bengals are 2-0 for the first time since 1992. That, of course, was David Shula's first year.
Jaguars and really Carolina do a good job by the expansion teams, even though they don't have any wins. And you know what? If the Jets had just signed Deion Sanders, they'd be on their way to the Super Bowl, but instead it's Jets, Jets. Oh, boy. At any rate, the team that did sign Deion Sanders did it early Saturday morning. Dallas Cowboys. Early Saturday, they get Deion. Late Sunday, they see John Elway. So it goes for Dallas and what they hope will be another run to the Super Bowl after taking last year off and watching San Francisco do it. Here we go. The Cowboys at home against Denver. Welcome, Deion. Not there yet, obviously. John Elway trying to stretch out. Mike Shanahan trying to stretch out the Dallas defense. But early on, Tony Tolbert knocks an Elway pass. Look at John alertly knocking it down. Then Leon Let It Be is able to tip this pass. And then Chad Hennings gets a paw on it. And it's picked up by Larry Brown and it's banded for down. Down to the 7. Elway with the tackle. And Troy Aikman to Moose Johnston. 7-0 Dallas. Greg Robinson, the new defensive coordinator for the Broncos. And he was hoping they could bottle up Emmitt Smith, something that really nobody can do. Emmett, 15 yards to the Dallas 25. Then Aikman to Michael Irvin. You know the names, you know the weapons. And in most cases, you know the result. He's able to elude Steve Atwater. 29-yard pickup down to the 37-yard line. Next play, Aikman, Irvin. 15 yards down to the Broncos 22. 3 plays later, Denver blitzes. But a good pickup in the middle of the line. Aikman has time to dump off to Emmitt Smith. And Mr. Smith goes inside the 5-yard line. How'd that work, Tom?
Well, you watch the spot shadow of Emmitt Smith here. You're going to see a great play by a great player. First of all, he does his job, which is to block on the blitz, keep Troy Aikman healthy. Right there, he gets his block, flips his man in the air, but then he gets up, gets himself open, makes a play, and takes the ball down to the 3.
On 1st and goal, Aikman rolls out. He's going to head for the goal line himself. And watch this. Randall-esque up and over and scores. 14-0 Dallas to the chagrin of Mike Shanahan. But Denver, though, comes back late second quarter. Elway, Anthony Miller. Been waiting for this for a year and a half. Touchdown. His 200th career touchdown pass for Elway. Only the 19th man in NFL history to reach that mark. Congratulations, John Elway. Denver with 1 play left in the half. It's a Hail Mary by Aikman. It's a crowd in the end zone. Everybody to Corey Fleming. Oh! Corey Fleming almost catches it, Tom.
Yeah, fundamentals. Knock the ball down. Don't try to intercept it.
Well, Denver doesn't pay for it there. But in the third quarter, more Cowboys, more Emmett. Here he avoids Shane Dronette with the spin. And then Lionel Washington. He just bulls right through him. It's a 12-yard run. That leads to 3rd and goal. Aikman to Jay Novacek at a big day. Touchdown. As Aikman 18-31, Barry Switzer says we're up 21-7. Barry Switzer saw Emmett 26 for 114. The touchdown by Emmett is 80th of his career. Despite 3 Elway to Anthony Miller touchdown passes, the Cowboys beat Denver 31-21, and Dallas is 2-0. Okay, how about the 49ers? How could Steve Young play? How could they block? How could they tackle knowing that they don't have Deion Sanders? Well, they only beat Atlanta 92-17 last year, and Steve Young in the combined 2 games. Steve Young to Jerry Rice. He's now 59 shy of 200 touchdowns. 7-0 49ers. Falcons first possession, Jeff George. Who's going to play corner with no Deion? Tyrone Drakeford makes the pick. Falcons continue to turn the ball over. 22 turnovers the last 6 games. Then Steve Young, the last 7 games, I lied. Then Steve Young goes back to work. Young to Nate Singleton. And he slips a tackle for 19 yards. Then it's Young rolling left. Jesse Tuggle nails him just as he unloads it. No flag on the play. Young shaken. Remember, he was battered last week against the Ones, but he stays in the game. 49ers get a field goal to make it 10-0. Harris Barton not playing. That's Bob McKittrick, knowing that Deese has gotten hurt in this game, the offensive line coach. But Young to Rice try and catch him. 54 yards down to the 1 front line. They end up with a touchdown at 17-0.
Yeah, Jerry Rice does whatever it takes to get open. Here a couple of moves and shakes D.J. Johnson at the line of scrimmage to get open for a perfect toss from Steve Young.
All right, so that's Rice in the first half, 8 for 122. Meanwhile, Iron Hurt is stuffed by Alfred Williams, the new Elephant Man for the Niners. Then, second quarter, Jeff George, Alfred Williams, another sack. Who's going to run the ball? Ricky Waters is gone. Well, they're going to give it to Derek Loville. Loville right up the middle, down near the goal line to the 2. 1st and goal on the blitz. Young, Brent Jones, nice touch, wide open. 24-0 Niners. 3 to 13 yards in total offense early. Then second half in the first half alone. Then 34-10 Niners in the fourth quarter. Young to Rice. Do you think he's going to go, Tom? Oh, I do. It's his second touchdown, 29 yards. He's 58 shy of 200 for his career. Jerry Rice, 11 catches, 167 yards. You saw the 2 touches. Steve Young, a horrible day, 27 of 40 for 331 yards as the 49ers again dissect the Falcons 41-10. So the 49ers, like the Cowboys, 2-0. Last year's combatants in the Super Bowl, the Chargers, at home against the Seahawks. Natron means possession. In the first quarter, the Chargers, who scored only 7 last week at Oakland, give it to Means for an 8-yard pickup. Then at the Murph, Means again follows blockers, goes to the right side, and gets 7 yards. Bolts mix it up. Stan Humphries to Tony Martin. Martin against this team last year caught a 99-yard touchdown pass. This one goes down to 21 yards. Then Martin gets the call again. Humphries fakes. Martin open. Touchdown. Bolts had the ball for almost 12 minutes in the first quarter. 7-0 San Diego.
Yeah, and as you watch here, Humphries has a wide open player. He overthrows right there.
And the Seahawks get the ball. A kill charge is made out. Terry Wooden making the play. 3rd and 10 from Seattle. Rick, no time to wallow in the mire, so he goes out of the pocket and gets a dive with a first down. Then more Meyer magic. Bootleg to Christian Fourier, their second-round draft pick, new tight end. 20-yard touchdown. We're tied at 7-7. Seattle leads at 10-7 in the third quarter. The Bolts need to get going. Humphries to Ronnie Harmon, such a valuable receiver. What a nice throw. Touchdown. 14-10 Lightning Bolts. Fourth quarter. Means against Cortez Kennedy, who had bruised some ribs on the play. Although Natron at 115 yards on 26 carries had a productive day. Chargers going for the kill. Humphries to Martin, but Dwayne Wilson Pickett waits till the midnight hour and strips the ball. Michael Sinclair recovers for Seattle. Meyer trying to get the Seahawks to lead. The bomb to Brian Blades. It's a little overthrown. Rodney Harrison, the youngster, makes the pick. Dennis Erickson, Bobby Ross shake hands. And again, the Chargers having trouble scoring. But the Chargers are the ones that go 1-1, and the Seahawks fall to 0-2, 14-10. San Diego. Humphries 23 of 35 for 260. We told you that Tony Martin in that game had a big game. 13 catches for 163 yards. All right, Tommy, now the progress report on the big two, Dallas and San Francisco. First in the Dallas-Denver game. Denver game, but Dallas again had pretty much all the cylinders rolling, didn't they?
Well, and I think we saw something here. We saw great balance offensively with the running game and with the passing game. You get Emmitt Smith over 100 yards, and he's especially tough when he gets down around the goal line. He knows how to get the ball into the end zone. But I think they showed some deficiencies in their defensive backfield. And certainly, I think that Deion Sanders, when he gets there, they'll have him worrying about defending the pass, not catching the pass.
$25 million. I think they feel that they've shored up those deficiencies in the defensive backfield with the Smith out for the season. San Francisco, obviously just one day they know that they're not going to have Deion, but I got to think that Jerry Rice and company are pretty motivated because now even as champs, they're almost the underdog, and they played like they were ready to come out and shot from guns today.
I think what the Cowboys have done is made the pregame speech for George Seifert pretty easy week in and week out. We shouldn't even take the field because we don't have Deion Sanders. It gets them pumped up. I think they went out to send a message today, and who better to send it against than the Atlanta Falcons.
So Dallas looking good, San Francisco looking great. Deion, by the way, 4 for 6, a double and 3 singles as the Giants beat the Cubs to stay 5.5 out in the NL. We give it to you all here on NFL Primetime players and much more coming up if you keep it where it is. Gotta love the old vinyl. Every now and then it has a skip in it. Here we go. The 100-yard rushers at NFL Primetime. Natron means business for a win. Emmett had 100 yards. They won. Robert Smith had 100 yards for the Vikings. They won. It's amazing how that works. Steve Young, only 300-yard passer. Sometimes it doesn't work, but in Steve's case, it usually does. They won. Jerry Rice, huge game, won. Tony Martin, huge game, they won. Will Moore, Russell Copeland, Anthony Miller, all had 100-yard receiving games. That did Slim Pickens. And Chris Cab Calloway had a high in a loss. Well, Tony Martin had a big game, but one thing we didn't tell you about Jerry Rice, another record. He's my primetime player, tied Don Maynard, one of the great, the long-striding Jet, with his 50th 100-yard receiving game. Jerry Rice, Don Maynard in the record books. Bill?
Minnesota running back Robert Smith, third-year pro from Ohio State, 20 carries, 111 yards, the second 100-yard game of his career as Minnesota beats Detroit 20-10.
Billy, my primetime player, fellow linebacker Brian Cox caused the fumble, got an INT, 13 tackles on the day, and we'll be back.
So 18 TVs. We hope you enjoyed all the games. For Bill Pito and Tom Jackson, I'm Chris Berman. Thanks for watching Primetime. Red Sox and Yankees coming up.